I hear a lot from aspiring authors who just really, they come to me and they say, Marina, how can I make this easier? Just feels like such a struggle. And I've been thinking about this question a lot this week as we're coming off of one of my favorite weeks in the United States, Thanksgiving week. And one of the reasons I love Thanksgiving is just the deep focus on gratitude, the ability to pause and just really be present. And so I was thinking this morning about 3 simple ways that a daily gratitude practice can help you write that book with more ease. 3 simple ways that a daily gratitude practice can actually make writing your book easier. And the first thing is that it really reframes your mindset to focus on the positive. Oftentimes where first-time authors get stuck is they get caught up in this negative thought loop. And if you haven't accessed my free cheat sheet on the 4 critical thoughts that are getting in the way of you writing your book, I encourage you to grab that. The link will be down below this video because that really digs into these negative thought patterns and how we can shift them. But we know that gratitude reframes your mindset to focus on the positive. The second thing that it does is it reminds you of how resilient you really are, because writing a book takes resilience. Sometimes you're going to sit down and the words aren't coming, or you're going to send it off to your editor or meet with your author coach, and you're going to get some criticism about what you wrote. And how do you bounce back from that? Well, daily gratitude practice trains your mind to be resilient, because no matter what has happened in your day, you remember that there's always things to be grateful for. And then the third thing that, the third way that gratitude can really help you write your book with more ease is a gratitude practice brings you into the present, right? And when we can be present, when we can focus on the task ahead of us, it gets us out of that sort of overwhelm that comes from like writing a book. And I'll talk about this in another video, but sometimes a book is too much to write. It's too much to think about. But one of my favorite authors, Anne Lamott, in her book, Bird by Bird, talks about how like you write a book like one picture frame, one page, one idea at a time, and then before you know it, you have a book. You have a finished manuscript. And the only way to do that is to show up every day to your writing space and say, how can I be present in this today? And a gratitude practice helps bring you into that presence. And the last thing I want to share about gratitude that was interesting, I learned this a while back, is that oftentimes when we have a gratitude practice, we might be focusing on those like big things we're grateful for. Like, I'm grateful for my family, I'm grateful for my husband, I'm grateful for my children. Those are all important. But another way to think about a daily gratitude practice is to focus on the things that you're grateful for that have happened in the past 24 hours. And what that can do is when you're focusing on what happened in the past 24 hours, it really brings your mind to not only focus on like the present, like the moments in front of you, but also then as you go throughout your day, it brings you more positive experiences because you're looking for the good. You're looking for the good. The other thing too, when thinking about where to put a gratitude practice in with your writing practice, before you sit down, it might be part of your getting ready ritual, but also as you finish your writing practice, before you transition into whatever you have to do next, getting the kids ready for school, getting to that day job, whatever it is, cleaning the kitchen, pause before you transition. And as you wrap up your practice, just give gratitude for the space, gratitude for the way that you were able to show up for yourself and your book writing dreams today. So again, just 3 simple ways that a daily gratitude practice can help you write your book with more ease. It reframes your mindset to the positive, and the second our mind's in that positive frame, the easier it's going to be to get writing. It also reminds you of how resilient you really are. And the third thing is it brings you constantly into the present. So that's all I've got for you all today. Again, if you're looking for that cheat sheet that I mentioned earlier, you should find that below in the video notes. And whatever you do today, make it count. Have a great one. Thanks for showing up here with me.